Hello, welcome to... Turn around. Welcome to Car Boot Collector. Shit! Oh, bloody hell, well that's completely failed. Apologies, it was a bad idea from the start. I wanted to emulate sort of like a skeleton dropping down like a sort of old school haunted house, but it hasn't worked. Failed idea, I apologise. Anyway, welcome to Car Boot Collectors. Today we're going to be doing a what's in the box video. As you can see before you, this plastic box which contains an old school Heinz box, which in turn contains a whole bunch of vintage diecast cars or diecast models, whatever you want to say, vintage toy cars and trucks and lorries and buses, all sorts of stuff. I bought this stuff at auction a couple of days ago. Obviously, at the moment, auctions in their physical form are not really on. It's all sort of online. So you're basically buying stuff blind. You can ask for more pictures, but where's the fun in that? You know, I wanted to buy this box blind. So all I saw in the picture was that box of toy cars. Wasn't very expensive. I was gearing up to pay quite a chunk of change for this lot. Not because I saw anything in particular from the image that looked great. Just... it looks, you know, it's the right era of stuff where you can really get some, cars from this era that are pretty sought after. You know, you get the right colour variation, the right, you know, one. You can have some pretty serious money on your hands. I mean, obviously it's all pretty play-worn stuff. But I just wanted to win it, really. I was just going to go for it. And in the end, I didn't pay very much for it at all. It cost about £60 with commission. And yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff in here, so we'll get into that and have a look. It did actually come with another box as well, of like some like modern shit, you know, just some like absolute rubbish. It's basically like an incomplete Connect set and some like odds and ends of Lego manuals and stuff. I haven't had a look through it yet, but I don't think there's anything too great. But we'll just focus on the cars for this video. So yeah, I was going to show this as well. This is really cool. I will try and do a haul video of the other stuff I bought from the auction. I bought quite a lot this sale. See some other stuff over here so that I bought. I wanted to do a haul video, and it's typical. Every time I'm here at my storage, you know, there's never anybody around. But as soon as I start recording a video that's got a bit of length to it, you know, a good 20-minute, 30-minute video, someone drives past and wants me to like move my car. I don't get why, because this whole place is like a maze of, you know, roads. You can go around any way to get to where you want to go to. But no, they always want to come through here when I'm recording a video and got to move my car, and then at that point the flow's gone. I can't restart it. So anyway, I will try and do that. I've got quite a lot of, you know, the more vintage antique stuff. I have no idea what this is. This came in a lot of sort of Oriental collectibles. I don't know anything about Oriental antiques collectibles, but I want to learn. And yeah, there was a couple of nice box slots in this sale. Don't think there's anything too exciting, but some pretty neat stuff this was in. I don't think this is like Chinese. To be honest, to me this looks like a sort of Tremor pottery, you know, British thing with its sort of honey style glaze. And, I don't know, whatever. There it is. Don't know. And this is pretty cool. We will get onto the diecast in a minute, I promise. This is cool. I don't know what this is in terms of what it represents. As far as I'm aware, this is like isn't this sort of like volcanic stone or something like that? It's been carved out. I've got a few of these in like gradiated sizes. Don't know, is that the right word? But I've got a few of those. Those are in a lot. They're not particularly old. They're probably sort of more modern tourist pieces, but cool nonetheless. So anyway, forget all of that stuff. But don't forget this, because I haven't mentioned it yet. This is really cool. This is a Pelham Puppet skeleton. I've got all of it, and it's in really nice condition. But the strings have just, well, as demonstrated at the start, the strings have just basically disintegrated. It needs to be put back together. There is a crack there. That wasn't there when I dropped it, so don't worry, I haven't broken it. That's really cool. I've actually wanted one of those for myself. I don't know if I'll hang on to that one. It would take someone that knows what they're doing to put it back together. But anyway, let's get on with the cars. We're already 5 minutes in. If you've clicked on this video wanting to see the cars, then obviously you haven't seen them yet. So anyway, let's get into it. Right, I don't know the best way to do this. They're a bit grubby. I wanted to wear gloves really, but I forgot to bring them out here. So we've got this bad boy right here. This is a Guy flatbed lorry. Obviously they're in a bit of, you know, they're not in bad condition by any means for the most part. They're in sort of typical play-worn condition as you'd expect. Yeah, Guy lorry. Cars like this are always quite popular. The condition isn't really that important. You know, it's different strokes for different folks, different horses for different courses, you know. Diecast cars, if you can get them in pristine condition in the boxes, then obviously that's good. But some people collect them play worn, some people want them really beat up so they can restore them. The condition with diecast cars, it doesn't really matter what state they're in, there's always going to be someone that will want it, for the most part anyway. So yeah, there's a Bedford cab for a lorry. That's a block of wood here. This almost looks like it's probably a homemade piece. I have no idea what that is supposed to be though. We've got a big fat Minic Jeep in here, a military one. This is Triang Minic. It actually looks in reasonable condition. That's not too bad at all. I don't believe the key is in here, but that's not in bad condition at all. It's pretty good. There's a couple of other Minic pieces in here as well. Got this one here. I guess it is supposed to be a fire engine. Again, not in bad condition. You know, that's in a good place where someone could restore that. You know, someone could use it for parts. It's in a good condition for someone to do something with it. You know, it's not too far gone. I got the plastic bit here. This is for a Corgi breakdown truck. I have had this piece many times. I don't think I've ever actually had the truck it belongs to though. So there's that. It's quite a common piece. Another flatbed truck here. Now we're going to get into this because I'm not too clued up on my cars. I'm not really too clued up on my diecast models, to be honest, but some of the older Dinky stuff, they don't have the model name on the bottom, so I don't know what this is called. It might be called like truck, it might have a more specific name, I don't know. But that one's in pretty nice condition. It's got the headlights, it's got the grille. The tyre being missing isn't too much of a problem because people do generally replace them anyway. But yeah, that's in quite nice condition. It's got the tow hook. That's a pretty good one. One of the better ones so far. We've got an ambulance. Got the front axle missing, unfortunately. Did see, I saw another one of those in here. This one's in a bit better condition. Yeah, you know, it's a bit play worn, but the casting's in good condition. It's not too bad as is really, but if someone did want to restore it, it wouldn't take too much. So structurally, it's sound. So there's that one right there. Now we've got a couple of tractors. Now these are quite intriguing. I did see these in the picture and I thought that they were Minic, but they're clearly not. They're like you know, they're diecast, sort of hollow, stamped made in England. Now I'm not too sure who made these. These could be Crescent. There's a few other Crescent pieces in here I have seen. It could be Timpo even. I know they made some sort of tractors in like the days of when they were making lead figures, so not too sure on that one. That's an MRR, more research required, a little phrase I like to use around here. And we've got another one here. This is a Guy lorry. Again, you know, play worn, but it's pretty good. That's okay. Sort of Dinky, you know, the lorries, the commercial vehicles, they're always very popular. This one's really cool. An Aveling Barford steamroller. Fred Dibner driving it right there, I believe. That's pretty cool. Now this thing is very intriguing. I don't have a clue what it's supposed to be. It looks like an engine, you know, sort of like a, well, I guess it's a tractor of some sort, but I don't really know. There's no markings on it. Again, it could be Turbans or Timpo. Turbans, Timpo, Crescent, one of those. More research will be required on this model. No idea at this current moment. Now this one here's pretty nifty. This is a Crescent fire engine. It's a shame because the paintwork is really good on this one, but it is incomplete unless the pieces are in the bottom of the box. I believe it should have had some little, I might be thinking of a different model, but I probably am actually. There's a fire engine model. I think it is made by, I can't remember the name of the company, Salco, something like that, and they did a fire engine very similar to this with little Mickey Mouse firemen figures on it. That's quite a sought after model. Not that one though. A little sort of a car. Now, again, as I said already, I'm not too clued up on my like diecast generally. I know that the different base plates denote sort of different eras. I know that sort of, you know, different eras are represented by this. This one might be sort of like an early post-war, and this might be like late 1940s. I don't know. I know that can be significant to the model's, you know, sort of value or rarity. I don't know at this point. Got another car here. Now these are actually, as I'm going through them, they're actually not in too bad of a condition. You know, it's got the headlamps. When I've had these sort of ones before, generally the headlamps are missing. It's in pretty nice condition. Is that? No, it's not quite the same car. Very similar though. Now this is a fat model. I'm sure people will recognise this one. This is a classic. So we have got the Dinky Super Toys heavy tractor. That's a big old fat piece of diecast. Missing the tracks, missing the dude's head. But there it is. Pretty damn cool. Now this is a pretty nice little thing. And by nice I mean distracting for someone with a low attention span like myself. It's a little sort of dexterity puzzle, probably from a cracker, or might be off of a comic front back in the day. It's probably from the 60s. It's very early plastic, could even be a bit older. But yeah, a little dexterity puzzle. That's not too, I mean, I've had little things like this before, and sometimes you know, you list them and they get a lot of interest and they sell for reasonable money, and other times there's no interest at all. There are a few little sort of cracker toys and pieces in here. You know, here's another one, a little car. This is made in Hong Kong, missing the front wheels. If I've got a few pieces like that and none of them are particularly like individually exciting, I'll probably list those as a little bundle. And I've got another little tractor here. This one's got a cab where I suppose it would have had a loader on the front. Again, I can't see, there's no markings on that. I don't know who made that one. I suppose it might be, it's very similar to that one. It's probably made by the same company, whoever it is. Now this is cool. What is this? Oh, this is nifty. So this is made by Techno in Denmark. Quite an early one, I'd say. It's got a tin base on it. Techno models are pretty damn collectible. I haven't ever had too many of them. I've had, you know, the odd one or two that have come in collections, but yeah, not in bad condition either. It's missing whatever was on the back. It might have been a flatbed lorry. It might have been a log hauler. I don't bloody know. A really cheapo, modern, made in China car. We've got a lead figure. This is a cowboy. Should have a hat in his hand, which is unfortunately missing, but there he is. We've got a block of wood. Looks like a bit of a castle. Yeah, sort of a castle tower. I'm sure someone's granddad probably made that for them in their shed back in the day. A Dinky Toys Trojan Esso van. It's not in too bad a condition, really. You know, and you bear in mind, a lot of this stuff in here is 1950s era, early 1960s. It's not in bad nick. It's quite a lot here as well, isn't there, really, for the money I paid? As I say, it's always about £55–60 somewhere, and I think it's about £60. So it's, you know, it's breaking down to like a few pounds a piece, which is pretty good. We've got the little Bev truck. Yeah, Bev truck. You pile up all of your crates of tinnies on there back in the day, hence the name Bev truck. Little farmer trailer, pretty good condition. Little, very, you know, really tiny little trailer here. This is obviously missing the cab. I don't know if the cab is in here. That's quite possibly, it could be like Britain's Lilliput series. They did a range of really tiny figures. It could be Dinky 00. I don't know, but it's in pretty damn nice condition. That'll clean up quite well. A lot of that's just dust and it isn't even wear. A couple of these are pretty standard. Get these in lots all the time. Not worth a whole lot of money. These are Britain's farm carts, and these ones are in pretty busted up condition. They're missing the bits that the horse clips into. There is a horse here. That looks like the one for the cowboy. But yeah, you know, the horse would sort of go like that. It's obviously the wrong one. But yeah, a couple of Britain's farm carts. They're not great. I'll put them to a side. When I get like a lot of Britain's farm stuff that's in battered condition, I'll just do it as a lot. Someone will do something with them. They might want the wheels, but they're not worth a whole lot like that. We've got a little tiny Matchbox duck. Pretty nice condition, really. You know, it's fair enough. It's clearly been played with. A Dinky Toys Royal Mail van. Now this van right here is a bit of this specific model right here. This is a bit of a meme within my friend group. A bit of a joke. You know, I'm not saying this model has done anything wrong personally. Just a funny little sort of anecdote. I went on my Facebook. What the bloody hell do you call it? Your not your suggested, your messages, ones where someone's not your friend and they send you a message and you don't get a notification, you see it months after and like, bloody hell, they sent me a message, whatever. And I just went on my Facebook one day and I'd never heard of this before, and I went onto my messages, I can't remember what you call it, but I had a message from someone that I used to go to school with, and they'd sent me a message about a year ago, saying, oh, hello James, I found this in my garden. How much do you think it's worth? And it was just one of these in like bad condition, and I just thought it was hilarious. So bit of a little anecdote there for you, pointless, but a Royal Mail van, pretty nifty. Now this I can't say I have ever seen before. It's made by Crescent, and it's like a car lift. Don't imagine it's supposed to do that, but yeah, it's a little car lift. I don't know if we can get it lined up, but yeah, put your little model on there and hoist it up. It's pretty cool. Nice little mechanical piece. Now these are a bit of a shame. This is just a bit of decaying past, really. You do find with a lot of toys from this era diecast, they get what is known in the trade, known in the biz as metal fatigue. And you can see all of these cracks on here and all of these bits sort of chipping away. It's where the metal is different levels of things mixed together, and some compositions over time will just crumble to pieces. There's not really any way you can reverse it. Some things will hold up really well, but other things will just hold up, and apparently it's because of the different compositions of the metal, like alloy used. So yeah, there's that. Someone will probably want it, not for very much money though. There's a couple of others in here actually. That's a Dinky one, a little later, a little sort of, I don't know what that is, pump of some sort. There's not too much more in here really, and I haven't got much time left on the camera, so I'll try and speed through a little bit quicker. There's another flatbed lorry there, not in bad condition. We've got a bus here. So, and I've had that one quite a few times. It always seems to be a tough one for me to shift. This is nifty. This I did see in here when I picked this stuff up. So St. Paul's Cathedral, little die-cast pencil. Well, it's a pencil sharpener missing the sharpener element. And this is from the Festival of Britain, 1951, like a little souvenir piece. Yeah, so we've got a few more bits to go. We'll breeze through it. This is quite nice. I think this is Britain's cannon. It should be stamped up. Yeah, Britain's cannon. Britain's sort of mixture of tin and die-cast. Yeah, it's a little misshapen, but that's not in bad condition. That's pretty good. This era of Britain's vehicles and stuff are a bit hit and miss for me. Sometimes you get them and they'll, fly out and people do really bid on them and that, but sometimes they don't. Crescent flatbed lorry. Another little bit of wood. It's a bit of wood. It's unfortunately not much I'm really going to be able to do with those wooden pieces. They're probably going to be destined for the bin, which is a shame. But to me, there just isn't really anything I can do with them. Can't think of any reason why anyone would want them in the state they are. This one right here, again, I've had this one quite a few times. A Bedford truck. Always seems to be a bit of a tough one to shift for me personally. There's that one. This right here, now I don't actually know what this is. This could be off of a Minic thing. This is the vibe it gives for me. It's made of tin, like a bit back of a lorry. To me, it seems like a Minic piece. It might not be. It might be from something dinky, but it's in very good condition, whatever it is. MRR. And more research required. Little phrase I coined myself there. And then this is in pretty nice nick. Other than the what has happened here, I don't actually know. Missing a rivet potentially, I don't know, but it's a little London taxi, or a taxi. In pretty fair condition, It's been in this box rattling around for a good many years, I would assume. Looking at the dust in the bottom of this box, it's probably been in an attic or a shed or something. It's not in bad condition considering. So here is a little, yeah, it's I assume that's for that actually. Yeah, it's a little Lesney Matchbox truck, a little sort of freewheel cab on it. So that's that. There isn't too much more in here to go through really. There's a little Matchbox pull dump truck. It's in pretty nice condition. Looks to be missing a couple pieces though. Oh no, I see it. So this is a, oh, hang on here. This is also made by Techno in Denmark. So if I'm not mistaken, that, yeah, it goes to that look. That's a great find. The Techno lorry there, and that's in good nick. That's in pretty nice condition. Yeah, look at that. Woo! That's a bit of a star item in here, really. That really is a bit of a hidden gem that I've parted together there. In my opinion, probably the best thing in here, unless there's something else hidden which I you know, a rare variant or something. A Dinky garden roller. I believe it's Dinky anyway. Britons did make one of these as well. Britons. But yeah, a little garden roller. I've got the matching lawnmower to go with that actually listed at the moment. They did a range of like miniature garden pieces. I've got a man here with a shotgun, like a little cracker toy farmer, I suppose. Very flat. And there's a few other little cracker toys in here. I don't think there's anything too much more to go through really. A little sort of car there with no wheels. So yeah, plan of action with these bad boys right here is obviously I'll do some research on them. Generally, if there's stuff here which isn't too exciting individually, bundle it up. And obviously the better stuff will be listed individually. Cracker toy car. But yeah, quite an exciting lot really. I'm glad I went through that on camera. There's a few other, it's not too much more to go for actually. Some little pieces here, they're probably from Totopoli or, Totopoli I think those are. The Escalado ones are a little bigger. Got some of the, they're the stickers for the Corgi bit there. Both of them are in here. I'm not going to fish the other one out because it's very dusty. Oh hang on. There we go. That's the, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Ooh. Although that now doesn't line up properly. I think that is for it. That's the same colour as that bit. But yeah, that's obviously the original back for it. That's a good one. It's a shame there's not more Techno stuff in here because that stuff can be quite sought after. There's all sorts of little bits in here. I'll have to find out what they belong to. That, whatever that is. Yeah, I think we're going to end it there really. There's a few little odd bits and pieces, some lead stuff. But yeah, these I think belong to a Dinky trailer. I've had those before. They're made of plastic though. Maybe they're for something different. I think the Dinky ones are lead or die-cast. Yeah, there's nothing else too exciting in here really. There's a Denmark souvenir wooden man. Unfortunately, it is missing his legs. A little tiny plane. Yeah, I'll bundle up those cracker toys. Someone will probably want the dexterity puzzle, but as a little bundle, that'd be quite appealing for someone. There's a few other odds and sods in here. Odds and sods. Little British phrase for you there. And it goes without saying, the final bit, you know, if you're a regular viewer on the channel, you knew this was coming. You knew it was coming. This box that it came in, it's probably going to be worth a few quid to someone. I will indeed list that. An old Heinz baked beans shipping box. Obviously not in the best condition overall. There you go, a load of lead dust probably in my lungs now. But the actual printing on it's pretty good, and things like this are always quite desirable for like TV production companies. I'm sure someone that collects Heinz beans would probably want this. But yeah, the box will probably go for a few pounds. I don't know how much specifically. It could be £10. It could be £50. I don't know. It's one of those things with that. I'll probably list it on an auction and just let it run. And it might not sell, but it might. So there you go. We'll do a little. Let me work out. This tripod is a pile of shite, to be completely honest. It doesn't work